You have the power to change your life whenever you choose. While you can't alter your ultimate destination overnight, you can certainly change your direction instantly. But how exactly do you achieve this transformation? When I met Mr. Schaff years ago, he shared with me about half a dozen principles that could make a significant difference in one's life. Over time, I've added a few more to his list, and today, I want to discuss these ideas. The 10 keys to dramatically change your life. One of the fundamental keys to improving your life is taking full responsibility for your current situation. You must fully own every aspect of your life, the good, the bad, the frustrating, and the rewarding. Accepting full responsibility means you stop blaming others or external circumstances for where you are. It's a tough realization to make sometimes, but it's essential for reclaiming your power. When you blame others or your situation, you relinquish control over your life. It's easy to point fingers and say, "It's not my fault." But once you take responsibility, you recognize your ability to change things. If you're unhappy with your current situation, you have the power to alter your direction. This shift in mindset moves you from being reactive to proactive. Instead of wondering why things are happening to you, you start asking what you can do to change them. This principle applies to every area of your life. If your finances aren't where you want them to be, instead of blaming the economy or your job, ask yourself what actions you can take to improve your situation. Perhaps it's time to learn new skills, start a side hustle, or become more disciplined in managing your money. When you take responsibility and seek solutions, you begin to change your life. The same goes for relationships. If a relationship isn't working, it's easy to blame the other person. But what if you took responsibility for your part? What if you asked yourself what you could do to improve the relationship? Maybe it's about being a better listener, showing more appreciation, or enhancing your communication skills. By taking responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to improve the situation. Start with this principle. Take full responsibility for where you are. Own your choices, habits, and actions. This is the first step toward making any real, lasting change in your life. The second key to dramatically improving your life is setting clear goals. Without a vision, we drift aimlessly. Well-defined goals act like a roadmap for your life, guiding your actions and decisions, and keeping you focused on what truly matters. It's astonishing how many people go through life without any real goals, simply hoping things will work out. But hope is not a strategy. You need to be intentional. A goal is like a target. You can't hit a target if you don't know what it looks like. The more specific your goals, the easier they are to achieve. If you say, "I want to make more money," that's vague. How much more money by when? What will you do to earn it? Fuzzy goals lead to fuzzy results. But when you're specific, you give your brain something to aim for. You can create a plan, break it down into smaller steps, and track your progress. Writing down your goals is essential. When you commit them to paper, they become more real. Don't just think about what you want. Put it in writing as a form of self-accountability. Regularly review your goals and keep them in front of you. What you focus on, you move toward. You're more likely to make choices that align with your goals. Early in my career, I didn't have clear goals. I worked hard, but didn't know what I was working toward. One day, Mr. Schoaf asked me about my goals. And when I struggled to provide a clear answer, he said, "Jim, you need to be specific. If you don't know what you want, how will you ever get it?" That conversation changed my life. I sat down that night and wrote down exactly what I wanted. Once I had those goals, everything changed. My actions became more focused, my decisions more purposeful, and my life started moving in the direction I wanted. Goals give you direction, meaning, and purpose. Take the time to clarify what you want. Write it down, and don't be afraid to dream big. The only limits on your goals are the ones you place on yourself. Once you have a clear vision, you'll be amazed at how quickly your life begins to change. The third key is discipline. Goals are important, but without discipline, they remain mere dreams. Discipline is what transforms goals into reality. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like. It's about sticking to the plan, following through, and maintaining consistency. Discipline isn't easy. It's much simpler to do what's comfortable and take the path of least resistance, but comfort doesn't lead to growth or change. If you want to improve your life, you must be willing to step outside your comfort zone and do what's hard. This requires discipline. Consider the areas of your life where discipline is needed. Maybe it's in your finances. Are you disciplined in how you manage your money? Do you stick to a budget, save consistently, or spend impulsively? Discipline in your finances can dramatically change your life, leading to financial security and freedom. However, discipline isn't about perfection. You'll slip up. You'll have days when you don't follow through. That's okay. What matters is that you get back on track. Don't let one bad day turn into a bad week or month. Successful people aren't perfect. They're consistent. They keep showing up and doing the work, even when it's hard. Over time, that discipline pays off. Identify one area where you could be more disciplined. Make a commitment to improve and start small. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on your goals, or cutting out one unhealthy habit. Start today. Build your discipline one step at a time, and watch how it transforms your life. The fourth key is developing a growth mindset. This means committing to constant learning and self-improvement. The world is always changing with new technologies, opportunities, and challenges. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. Leaders are readers, and successful people are always growing. They're curious and always looking for ways to improve themselves, their skills, and their lives. Invest in yourself by reading books, attending seminars, listening to audio programs. The more you learn, the more you can apply to your life. Remember, personal development isn't a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. You don't read one book or attend one seminar and call it done. You have to keep feeding your mind and challenging yourself to grow. Most people say they don't have time to read or invest in personal development. But the truth is, you make time for what's important to you. If you want to improve your life, you have to make personal growth a priority. It doesn't have to take hours each day. Even 15 minutes can make a difference if you're consistent. These small efforts compound over time. Think of personal development as an investment. Every book you read, seminar you attend, or conversation with a mentor is an investment in your future. The return on that investment is immeasurable. Commit to being a lifelong learner. Make personal growth part of your daily routine. And remember that the more you learn, the more you earn. Not just in money, but in wisdom, relationships, and opportunities. This is the essence of growth. Constantly expanding and becoming more of the person you're capable of being. That's where real success comes from. Not just achieving goals, but growing into the kind of person who can achieve those goals. One of the most important aspects of personal development is surrounding yourself with the right people. Associating with people who lift you up, challenge you, and inspire you to be better is the fifth key to dramatically improving your life. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a moment. Who are you spending your time with? Are they pushing you toward your goals or holding you back? Are they encouraging you to grow or pulling you into old habits that don't serve your future? The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. If you want to raise your game, you have to raise your standards for who you allow into your inner circle. I'm not saying you should cut everyone out of your life. There are some relationships that are deeply personal or connected to family. However, it's important to evaluate the influence those people have on you. If someone is consistently negative or toxic, it might be time to set some boundaries. Seek out people who inspire you, those who are ahead of you, in the areas where you want to grow. Success leaves clues, and by spending time with those who are where you want to be, you can learn from their experiences. If you want to be successful, spend time with successful people. If you want to improve your health, spend time with people who are health conscious. Their habits, thinking, and behaviors will begin to rub off on you. That's the power of association. You can't outgrow your environment. If you're surrounded by people who are content with mediocrity, it's going to be hard for you to strive for excellence. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with ambitious people who have big dreams and are working hard to achieve them, their energy and drive will inspire you to push yourself further. This principle isn't just about surrounding yourself with successful people. It's also about surrounding yourself with positive people. Negativity is contagious. If you're constantly around people who are complaining, bitter, or see the world through a lens of scarcity, it's going to affect your mindset. Conversely, being around positive, optimistic people can shift your entire outlook. They help you see possibilities where others see obstacles. I remember early in my career, I decided to change who I spent my time with. I realized that some of the people in my life weren't going in the direction I wanted to go. So I started seeking out mentors and successful individuals who could challenge me, teach me, and inspire me. That decision changed everything for me. The conversations were different. The energy was different. And most importantly, I was growing in ways I hadn't before. If you want to change your life, you have to change who you're spending your time with. The sixth key to improving your life is managing your time effectively. Time is our most precious resource, and how you use it determines the quality of your life. We all get the same 24 hours in a day, but how you utilize those hours makes all the difference. Some people seem to accomplish so much, while others struggle to get anything done. What's the difference? It comes down to time management. The first thing to understand about time management is that it's really about self-management. Time is constant. It's passing away, whether you use it wisely or not. What you have to manage is yourself, your focus, your priorities, and your actions. Successful people aren't necessarily working harder than everyone else. They're working smarter. They've mastered the art of prioritizing what's most important and eliminating distractions. A powerful tool for managing your time is the 80-20 rule. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your activities. In other words, not all tasks are created equal. Some activities have a much higher return on investment than others. The key to effective time management is identifying the 20% of activities that will produce the greatest results and focusing on those. For example, in business, maybe 20% of your clients generate 80% of your revenue. In your personal life, 20% of your habits may contribute to 80% of your well-being. The idea is to focus on high-impact activities and let go of the rest. Another aspect of time management is learning to say no. Protect your time and focus on what really matters. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. You only have so many hours in a day, and if you fill them with low-priority tasks or obligations, you're taking away from the time you could be spending on your goals, your health, or your relationships. Don't be afraid to say no to things that don't align with your priorities. One strategy I find helpful is to plan your day the night before. Take 10 to 15 minutes each evening to look at your schedule for the next day and decide what your top priorities are. Write them down. When you wake up the next morning, you'll already have a clear plan for the day and be less likely to get distracted or waste time. It's amazing how much more productive you can be when you start your day with a clear sense of direction. Another important point: rest is just as important as work. Effective time management isn't about working nonstop. It's about working smart and knowing when to rest and recharge. You need balance. If you're always pushing yourself without taking time to relax and rejuvenate, you'll burn out. So, schedule time for rest, hobbies, and the things that bring you joy. That way, when you're working, you can give it your full energy and focus. The seventh key to improving your life is mastering your emotions. This is a significant one because your emotions can either drive you forward or hold you back. I'm not talking about suppressing your emotions or pretending that everything's fine when it's not. I'm talking about learning to manage your emotions in a way that serves you rather than sabotages you. Emotions are powerful and have a huge impact on the decisions you make, the actions you take, and the results you achieve. Think about how many times you've made a decision out of anger or frustration, only to regret it later. How many times have you been overwhelmed by fear or doubt, preventing you from taking action on something you really wanted? Learning to manage your emotions is crucial for improving your life, because your emotions are the driving force behind your behavior. It's important to understand that emotions are signals. They're there to tell you something. When you feel angry, it's often a sign that something's not right. Maybe someone crossed a boundary or treated you unfairly. When you feel fear, it's your mind's way of warning you of potential danger. Emotions aren't the enemy. They're information. The key is to respond to that information in a constructive way, rather than reacting impulsively. You can choose your response. The eighth key to dramatically improving your life is taking care of your body. This might sound simple, but it's foundational. Without a healthy body, everything else in your life suffers. Your energy, your productivity, even your mindset. You can have all the ambition in the world, but if your body isn't able to keep up, you're going to be held back. I'm not talking about becoming a bodybuilder or running marathons, unless that's your thing. I'm talking about maintaining the level of health and energy that allows you to live your life to the fullest, pursue your goals with vitality, and enjoy the journey. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. If you don't maintain it, it's going to break down, and when that happens, you won't get very far. Think of it like this. If you owned a high-performance car, you wouldn't neglect its maintenance. You'd fuel it properly and ensure it's in good condition. Well, your body deserves the same attention because it's your high-performance vehicle for life. What you put into your body has a direct impact on how you feel, think, and perform. You can't expect to operate at your best if you're constantly feeding your body junk. When you take care of your body, everything else in your life improves. You have more energy, more focus, and more resilience. You're better equipped to handle challenges and pursue your goals with greater enthusiasm and determination. Make your health a priority. You only get one body, and it's the only one that's going to carry you through this life. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. The ninth key to dramatically improving your life is taking control of your finances. Money isn't everything, but it's a tool that can either empower you or enslave you, depending on how you manage it. Financial freedom is about having control over your money, rather than letting your money control you. It's about living within your means, making smart financial decisions, and building a future where you don't have to constantly worry about your finances. The first step to taking control of your finances is getting clear on where you are. Do you know exactly how much money is coming in and going out each month? Do you know where your money is going? Many people don't. They have a general idea but aren't tracking their finances closely. If you don't have a clear picture of your financial situation, it's easy to fall into the trap of overspending or accumulating debt without realizing it. Start by creating a budget. A budget is simply a plan for how you're going to use your money each month. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it should clearly outline how much you're spending on housing, food, transportation, and other necessities. How much are you saving? How much are you investing? When you have a budget, you're in control of your money, and you can make intentional decisions about how you use it. The next step is to live below your means. This is one of the most important financial principles you can follow. It's tempting to want to keep up with others, to buy things you can't afford, or to live a lifestyle that stretches you financially. But financial freedom comes from spending less than you earn. When you live below your means, you create a surplus that you can use to save, invest, and build wealth over time. If you don't live below your means, you're either going to go broke or, worse, get yourself into debt. Debt can be a major obstacle to financial freedom, especially high-interest consumer debt like credit cards. If you have debt, make a plan to pay it off as quickly as possible. The interest on debt can compound and become a financial burden that limits your ability to save and invest for the future. The good news is that with discipline and a plan, you can get out of debt and take control of your financial future. Another key to financial success is saving and investing. It's important to save for both short-term needs, like an emergency fund, and long-term goals, like retirement. The earlier you start saving and investing, the more your money can grow over time through the power of compound interest. Even small amounts saved and invested consistently can add up to significant wealth over the long term. Make saving and investing a priority and pay yourself first. Treat it as a non-negotiable part of your budget. Mr. Schaaf said, "It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep." You can earn a great income, but if you're spending it all, you won't build wealth. It's about being smart with the money you have, living below your means, saving, investing, and making your money work for you. That's how you create financial security and freedom. If you make $4,000 a month, but spend $5,000, you're not going to be in a good place. But here's the thing. You also have to give. Giving is a powerful financial principle that often gets overlooked. When you give, whether it's to charity, your community, or someone in need, you create a sense of abundance in your life. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to generosity. And here's the remarkable thing. What you give often comes back to you in unexpected ways. It's not just about money. It's about the energy you put out into the world. When you give freely, you open yourself up to receive more. So make giving a part of your financial plan. It's not just about the money, it's about the person you become when you live with a generous heart. The 10th and final key to dramatically improving your life is embracing change. Change is a constant in life. It will happen whether you like it or not. The question is, are you going to resist it or are you going to embrace it? Those who resist change often find themselves stuck, frustrated, and struggling to keep up. But those who embrace change, who adapt and evolve, are the ones who thrive. Change can be scary and uncomfortable, but growth only happens outside your comfort zone. If you want to improve your life, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, take risks, and try new things. You have to be willing to let go of old habits, old ways of thinking, and sometimes old relationships that no longer serve you. One of the biggest changes you can embrace is the change within yourself. Personal growth is all about becoming the best version of yourself, and that requires constant change. It requires you to challenge your limiting beliefs, push past your fears, and continuously strive for improvement. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start declining. Commit to lifelong growth and never settle for less than you're capable of. Think about the areas of your life where you might be resisting change. Maybe it's in your career. Are you holding on to a job that no longer fulfills you? Maybe it's in your relationships. Are you avoiding difficult conversations or changes that need to happen? Or maybe it's in your habits. Are you sticking to routines that aren't helping you grow? Whatever it is, take a close look at where you might be holding yourself back and be willing to embrace the changes that will move you forward. Change is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally in personal growth and success. When you embrace change, you open yourself up to new opportunities and possibilities that you never would have seen if you stayed stuck in the same place. Change brings with it the chance to learn, grow, and reinvent yourself. Every time you face a change, whether it's in your personal life, your career, or your mindset, you have the chance to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. One reason people resist change is that it brings uncertainty. The unknown can be intimidating, but here's the thing. Nothing great ever happens in the comfort zone. Everything you want in life, success, fulfillment, growth, new experiences, lies on the other side of change. Instead of fearing change, learn to embrace it. See it as an adventure, a new chapter in your story. The more you practice embracing change, the more adaptable you become, and the easier it is to handle whatever life throws your way. Another key to embracing change is maintaining a positive attitude. Change can be challenging, but it's all about how you perceive it. Instead of seeing change as a loss or a disruption, see it as an opportunity. Every change, no matter how difficult, brings with it a lesson. It's a chance to grow, learn, and become better. When you shift your mindset from one of resistance to one of acceptance, change becomes a tool for progress rather than a source of stress. Think back to a time in your life when you experienced a major change. Maybe it was a career change, a relationship change, or even a move to a new city. How did that change shape who you are today? What lessons did you learn from it? How did it help you grow? You'll likely find that even the toughest changes in your life ended up leading to something positive, even if it didn't seem that way at the time. Remember, change is the gateway to growth. The more you embrace it, the more you'll grow, and the more opportunities you'll create for yourself. Don't resist it. Lean into it. Let it shape you, challenge you, and transform you into the person you're capable of becoming. Here's something to remember. All of these keys are interconnected. You can't have one without the others. They all work together to create a life of success, fulfillment, and growth. You can't set goals without discipline. You can't manage your time without controlling your emotions. You can't embrace change without continuous learning and personal growth. It's all part of the same process of becoming the best version of yourself. As you move forward, ask yourself, which of these areas you need to focus on most right now? Maybe you need to work on setting clearer goals. Perhaps discipline is holding you back. Or maybe you need to surround yourself with more positive, inspiring people. Whatever it is, start there. Focus on one area and begin making small, consistent changes over time. Those small changes will compound, and you'll start to see dramatic improvements in your life. You have the power to create the life you want, no matter where you are right now or what your circumstances are. You have the ability to change, to grow, and to achieve your dreams. It all starts with the decisions you make each day. So, make the decision today to start applying these keys to your life. Take full responsibility, set your goals, practice discipline, and never stop growing. Because at the end of the day, the only limits on your life are the ones you place on yourself. So, dream big, work hard, and never settle for less than you're capable of becoming.